video at this, before I do all my introductions and all of that, I paused the video at this because there's a story behind this TikTok that I think really emulates exactly who the students are in this room. So one of my sons attends West Point, and he plays football at West Point. And as a plebe, he has to do absolutely everything that he's told to do. So he was told to get a group of people together and do this dance for TikTok. He was told he had to get a group of his football players together, and if he didn't, he was going to be boxed. I did not know what that meant at first, but apparently what that means, he loses privileges to his locker. They put a box on the floor, and all of his stuff gets put in that box for the rest of the season. My son couldn't get anybody to do the TikTok with him. So I came in and I said, listen, can you do my son a solid? Can we duet with him with this TikTok? And they all, this TikTok was all of the kids duetting with my son so that his items didn't get boxed. So that is who. That would be really funny. We should get the moment. That is. Everybody to the National Business Honor Society induction and the VE Awards evening. Thank you very much everybody for coming. Really I want to thank our administrative team for being here, and I have to say this year it's been a challenging year for everybody for a lot of reasons. One of them has been buses, and without the assistance of our team we would never have been able to attend any of the trade shows that we went to. And not only did we attend them, but we attended them in style on a coach bus. It was amazing. First time it did not matter going into the Javits Center, because we sat, remember the first year? I have a couple of OGs in the house from the first year where there were 11 students in one section of VE, but I'll talk more about them later. I combined the night because one, very often, most of the students in virtual, by the way, I'm gonna fall into that and just put it out there right now. When I do, just kind of cut the feed for me, please, when I fall. And if you're videoing it, we'll rewind it. Yeah, you all know you'll laugh, and then maybe you'll help me. So I combined the evening because I know tomorrow most of you will be here for the National Honor Society. I know that this is a really busy time, and quite honestly, as a parent, I know that not often do they come home and say, hey, this is what we did in school today. So this gives you the opportunity to, one, enjoy a lot of the students being inducted into the National Business Honor Society. Crystal, come over here. A lot of students being inducted into the National Business Honor Society, and you get to see a little bit about what we do in virtual enterprise. So I'm going to start with the National Business Honor Society because VE, what happens is it's student directed and student run. So the C-suite, your CEOs, are going to stand up and speak about the members of their company. So we start with the National Business Honor Society. In order to be inducted, you have to have an overall average of 85 or better, 90 or higher in your business classes. But most importantly, you have to want to be there. And then 1.5 credits of business classes, that's also very important. But more importantly, you have to want to be there. So I don't pursue the people who are being inducted into the National Business Honor Society because business is about taking advantage of opportunity. Business is about seeking out opportunity. So I announce it, we talk about it, we post it in all of our classrooms. Mr. Bauer's here. He's a big part of the business program. Mr. Callahan unfortunately had other engagements tonight, so he wasn't able to make it, but we post it in all of our classes, and then we say, come and join us. And if they do, and they meet the requirements, they come to the meetings, they're willing to participate, we do community service acts, then they're inducted into the National Business Honor Society. One of the biggest things that we've done the last couple of years is Junior Achievement. That's a nationally recognized program, and what we do is we go into the elementary schools and we teach the 5th graders the More Than Money program. By the way, that's my everyday, just for the record. And we teach them the More Than Money program. This year we went in twice. The 5th graders actually in Birchwood, was the first school? Yeah. In Birchwood, run in an event with Commerce Bank. So the principal of Birchwood asked us to come in before the event to help cement and really teach them a little bit more in depth the money concepts that they were going to use at this Commerce Bank field trip that they were going on and competition that they were in. So it was really, really amazing. So we went in November, and then in March we went to Maplewood to teach the 5th graders there. So we had 30 students each time go to the event. That was one of our community service events that we ran. We were also involved with the League of Yes, which is a baseball league for students, for people of all abilities. So basically they play on a turf field at Eisenhower Park. We did League of Yes back in the day. And it's something that I try to instill in everybody giving back, which you'll see a little bit more how relevant that is when you see the mentors that came in this year and worked with us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna induct all of the members, Talia and Hisham. So, hold on, not yet. I gotta do a little intro. So I'm very blessed. I can't begin to explain to you how blessed I am to be surrounded by such amazing young men and women. Today, I must have been asked by 45 people, Stuber, what can I do? I'm sorry, I'm not Mrs. Stuber. I'm either Stuber or Stubes. I apologize, it is what it is. Stuber, what can I do to help? Stuber, I have, lacrosse starts at 3:30. I'll come and help you out. Let's help you set up, let's do all this. There's not one thing that I've done alone this entire year. Not one thing. This year, Talia and Hisham, quite frankly, come on up, because you're going to be doing this. Talia and Hisham. The 2 of them have acted as my interns almost the entire year. And what's very interesting is that as an adult, we take for granted empowerment and how important that is. So through the course of this year, I've looked at either of them and said, hey, I need. I didn't give direction on how I wanted it done. I didn't give direction on what needed to happen or the steps that we needed to take. And I said, this is the end result that I need. What can we do to get it done? And I allowed them to take their creativity, which is way better than mine, and I let them run with it. And through the entire year, this event tonight, I didn't make this slide presentation, they did. With the brochures, we worked very hard, and I know there was one mistake, and I'm very sorry, and we'll correct it tomorrow. We worked very hard to make sure that we get it right, and we work over and over and over again. But without them, this could not have happened. So let's give it up for Hisham. You're a B, my man. You're a B. It is what it is. So, in order to keep this night shorter than like 4 hours, which I am going to work really hard to do, we're going to start the inductions for the new members. I will tell you, seniors, this is the cord that you'll be given before graduation that you'll be able to wear at graduation. I'm very sorry. I'm going to revert to COVID. There were some supply chain issues. They are coming. They're just not here yet. So, but they will be here and you'll have them before graduation. So parents, I promise they'll all have cords. All the seniors will have cords when they graduate. Okay, so we're going to start. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. John Backey? Caitlin Baraka? I am going to pull on that. Thomas Bass? Gabriel Piper? Congratulations. Do you know alphabetical order? Do you know who's going to be next? Alex Bogdan? Derek Boucher? Thomas Carey?
Bro, I did not have a game.
Ethan Chandre? Sean Travis?
Yes, Sean.
And Talia Churchman? Andrew Melanie? Joseph Costello? Lee Kieran Davies? Joe Decker was unable to attend tonight. We can clap for him. Morgan was unable to attend tonight. Hi. So everybody can hear. Joseph Harrison. Congratulations, Stadium. Jack Cameron. Hey. Lauren Kisberg. Tommy Cleanthus. Hunter Nell. Jalen Ward. John Lenine. Mason Lockhart. Ryan Luker. Phoenix Madrid. Jonathan Matthews. Paul McNally. Messerschmidt. Alexa Peterson. Megan Reichel. Brody McCarthy. Max Rosen. William Bravo. Give me one. Crystal. Jacob Sommer for 50. Thank you. Frederick Stevenson. Diana Lee. And Marcus DeGorsa. Alright, so those are all of our new inductees. And then, of course, we have our 2-year National Business Honor Society members. Nicholas Abresha. There you go. It's argument for you about getting stuff. He's like, okay. John Addis. Oliver Barrett. Gavin Bermudez. Am I not the luckiest person in the entire world? Noah Halley. Guys, can you make the up? Dylan Harmon. Actually, I don't think he was able to attend. What happened? Oh, Alright. Jason Kaiser. Angelo Campbell. Tyler Mesidorian. Colin Murphy. Anthony Tony Barola. John Thomas Below. ID portion of the evening. Just so that everybody knows, because I give them a hard time about reading, the only thing on the pad was names. So I need to make sure I mention that because I wanted to write something down tonight, but they all kind of said, don't. I don't know why. I don't know what they were thinking, because we are on a time limit. But Virtual Enterprise, I started at Walt Whitman November 2nd, 2015. My very first day, I walked into accounting class, and I met Lauren Sevilla. And year 2, I was told I was teaching this new class called Virtual Enterprise. And I had 11 students in the class. 2 of them are here today, Lauren and Ryan Glidden. Because of them and Chris Adams and Justin Gross, we've grown this program from 11 people to 84. Everybody, as we were planning this evening, everyone said, you know, why the forum, Stuber? Why are we in the forum and not the PAC? And the truth is, I kind of treat VE like part of like we're a family. And I feel like in this room, the lights are on, the lights are bright, we can all look at each other, we can all see each other, we can all feel a little bit less formal, there's no stage, and that's really what I love about teaching business. I love that there's no stage, we're not formal. People are going to make mistakes, they're going to forget what they're supposed to say, there's going to be ups and downs, and there's going to be all of these things, and the reality is we can all share it together. And it's my absolute favorite thing about being a business teacher, and it is my absolute favorite thing about teaching Virtual Enterprise. So, for those of you who don't really know what Virtual Enterprise is, it's a competition-based class. The students compete in over 22 competitions through the course of the year, both online and in person. They learn skills that they're going to take with them. Thank you guys. They learn skills that they're going to take with them for the rest of their lives. We go to trade shows and they meet with people. This last trade show, which you saw us all on the stairs, they met with people from 11 countries and states and people from all across the United States. 11 countries. So there were people that they were working with. A team from Indonesia came in and they set up a trade show booth that was the coolest thing we had ever seen. And we're able to learn from them and experience and mix all of our lives. And you're able to gain a different perspective. People from all over the country, there were people that were going to the same school as other people here, so they're making connections that they'll have forever. It's really an incredible experience for the students. Quite frankly, they don't even understand what this experience is going to do for them right now. Am I lying? So Lauren is currently, okay, I'm going to mess it up. You're a senior, you're an experienced, keep going because it was really long, and I didn't want to pull out my phone.
I'm an experienced associate at PwC under asset wealth management, specifying in real estate.
Wow.
When I met Lauren, I tell the story all the time. When I met Lauren, she really didn't like speaking in public. Like, when I tell you really didn't like speaking in public, there were some tears. Before speaking in public, after speaking in public, I tell the story all the time. You know how I talk about Lauren? That's Lauren. So one day, Lauren, we finished the conversation, and I said, all right, Lauren, this is not okay. You're going to just start talking. And talking, and talking, and talking. And at the end of the year, she competed in the Global Business Challenge, which this year we had 5 students compete in. We had, from first period, Angelo and Alex Messerschmidt. Second period, Christian Page, who was unable to attend tonight. Third period, we had Colin and Jason. And they went and they competed in this Global Business Challenge. They were put into teams of 10 with random people from around the world, and they did a case study on IKEA. And then they presented in front of a panel of judges. Quite frankly, it didn't matter that if any of them advanced, won, lost. The experience that they had during that event was so incredible. And as they walked away, they were able to talk about all of these people from all over the world that they were able to relate to and be with. It was really an incredible experience. Lauren at that event, it was a little different then, stood up in front of 1,600 people and gave her final presentation. And I sat in the audience like a proud mom crying the entire time. The video that I have, all you hear is me crying, videoing Lauren on stage. I felt so bad for Mama Seville. So we have regional competitions and we have national competitions. Another thing that we did this year was a resume and interview competition. We held that on March 30th. This was really a full VE event. We had judges from, if you look at the back of your programs, you're going to see all the different companies, not back, middle, all the different companies that came to support. We also had a lot of parents that came to help us from corporate America. And they came in, and there were 66 competitors from 6 different schools, and they had 3 rounds of competition where, well, actually there were 3 different competitions. There was a resume competition, which they did beforehand. Then there was an interview competition. Then there was the combined. And this was an experience for them to get real feedback on going on a job interview. Don't we all wish we could have that? Go on a job interview, and if we do or don't get the job, what did we do well? What did we not do well? They had that opportunity to do that. But beyond that, for the people that didn't compete, they all had a job and a role that day to help put on this massive event. And when I tell you it was a massive event, it was an all-day event. It was probably one of the biggest things that I've ever put on. Yet every single person here that had a role did their job so well and so professionally. So many of them made contacts with these professional corporate people that they're going to be offered internships as they move forward. They're going to have real opportunity as they move forward, even if they didn't choose to compete in as one of the resume or interview, as one of the interviewees. It was a really incredible event, and I have to applaud every single person that took part in that event. Now, we did have some winners in that event. So we had Angela, who came in 2nd overall, and we had Lauren, who came in 2nd for the interview. What? Oh, and Alexa Peterson came in. Where did you come in the interview? 3rd. 3rd in the interview. So quite honestly, this is Andrew, and that's the resume, right? And Andrew came in, what was it, 3rd for the resume? 3rd for the resume. Yes, see, it's a team effort. Everything's a team effort. It was a really, really great day. Something that I had wanted to do since I started teaching PE. It always drove me crazy that we had all of these competitions and no resume or interview competition, because that really is what it's all about, isn't it? We all want to make sure that you use these skills to get a job. So during this event, and I'm going to start to introduce 10Fit now. So this event took place in the PAC. The event took place in 521, and this was the holding area for everybody. So I was really running back and forth. I was really kind of all over the place. So I came in, we're doing the final tally, and we're trying to figure out who's going to win. And I walk in the door, and I have like 130 people singing "Take Me Home, Country Roads." And as I walk in, I am handed a microphone by none other than JT Below. I wasn't surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't surprised. But I walked in, and JT looked at me and said everybody was bored and we needed to do something, so we started singing karaoke. And really, that's really kind of who JT is. whenever there is a need, whenever there is a hole, I'm really gonna fall on this, I'm really focused on it, I'm really worried. Whenever there's a need, whenever there's a hole, whenever there is something that needs to get done, JT's always one of the first people there to say, I got you, I'll do that. And for that, for years, I've had the opportunity to get to know, that's another blessing about being a business teacher. I've known your kids for years and years. I've probably spent as much time with them in school as you have. And sometimes I very much apologize. They might have cut some of their classes to be with me as we were doing competitions. Not that I would ever say that to my bosses, but potentially we had some competitions that needed to get done. And yeah, but they always had passes. So JT and Nick Abrescia this year. Nick Abrescia, so I met Nick as a freshman. Dr. Murphy was in the hallway with me, and he had Nick, and he said, Stuber, I'd like to introduce you to Nick. He wants to start a fantasy football club. He goes, let's get this done. And I looked right then, and I said, well, that's great. And here was Nick, all freshman, and he set this club up for fantasy football. He organized it. He had his group of friends. That's when I met Gavin. That's when I met Tyler for the first time. They would come into my room every other week and they would talk fantasy sports. And I realized that Nick has this ability to always be able to talk. Through the years, I have watched him grow and mature into this amazing young man who is going to do such incredible things. I am proud to know both of these young men. Why don't you come up and let's start talking about as I'm going to introduce 10FIT, I also want to kind of talk about the rest of the C-suite for 10FIT and an honorary member of the C-suite. So I met Oliver for the last year, right? VE was the very first time, Laborhood, and the second period class, not going to lie, product wasn't great. But we had the best time in that class. We came together as such a phenomenal family. This year, as a COO, I don't think we could have done it. You're using the microphone? You go. I don't think we could have done it without Oliver and all of his work. Oliver, why don't you come up here? So Jack Costello. Met Jack when he was a sophomore. We were outside in sport field day. Loved field day. We were playing dodgeball. And Jack looked at me and said, Mrs. Stuber, why are you playing in jeans limping? I'm not understanding what you're doing here. And Jack had my back on every single pass. And then he goes, you're fun. What do you teach? And I said, I teach business. And he said, great. Jack signed up for VE. Don't know what we would do without Jack in the program. He's CFO this year. And our honorary member of our C-suite for 10FIT is Angelo Cleampus. Come on up here, Angelo. Two-year VE, 3 years is one of my students, and last year he didn't take advantage of all the opportunities that were presented to him, and he regretted it. He looked at me at last year and I said, come on, Angelo, like, come on, and he's like, I know, whoa. So this year he came in, and every single time I said, hey, do you wanna? He said, yup. Hey, do you wanna? Yup. And Angelo this year has absolutely positively taken advantage and embraced VE and all that it's about, top bottom. He was an invaluable member of the team, couldn't have done this year without him. This is your C-suite for 10FIT.
I decided I'm not going to use the mic, but to start off the night, good evening everyone, and thank you for coming to the National Business Honor Society induction ceremony. First off, thank you, Ms. Stuber, of course, for making this night this truly special for each and every one of us. As a CEO of 10FIT, I got to work alongside nearly every single person sitting in these. And I realized that everyone has their own personality. And it's good and bad, trust me. with all these people, I've seen it work, and I've seen it not work. But all I know is, as a group, this has been the best year of this year and last year that I've seen, because they all work very well together. And I can't thank any of you enough for your unmatched energy and effort throughout this entire school year. And I think it's time to kick it off for us, 10th Fit, period 1, best one. You guys can wait your turn. Alright, but I'm going to kick this night off and just say that I could say so many things about every single person in 10th Fit, but it was truly hard to pick out only a couple things. But I'm going to miss every single one of you, working with you every single day, and let's make this night a fun night.
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to start by saying thank you to Ms. Stewart for organizing such a wonderful day. I'd also like to thank all our parents for coming tonight. Each one of us knows that without your support, none of us would be in the places that we are today. I know that this is a tough time for some of you, preparing for your kids to go off to college and start a new chapter in their lives. Trust me, they're ready for it. JT, you stepped up when we needed it most. I felt that as a team, we worked really well together. Maybe it's the engineer's mindset that we both had. Maybe it's the Aurora Road connection. For those of you who don't know, JT and I are next door neighbors. We've been for our whole lives, and we're both pursuing similar engineering degrees. What I do know is that he's going to do a great job at Stevens and will succeed in anything he comes across throughout life. For those of you in my class, I truly enjoyed being your CEO. The struggles trying to get the company off the ground at the start of the year only made us stronger, and I'm proud of the resilience that you all showed. I'm very grateful for the hard work you guys put in to move the company forward. That's all for now, and I'm sure you're ready for me to start calling names. With that said, once again, thank you all for coming tonight. Let's get started and hook 'em points.
Our first guy is not here, but let's just say, Seth Aber, thanks. Alright, so I'll give you my little thing. Alright, Seth.
I'm here for him.
Although you may
I
be
love that
quiet
so
at the
much.
start of the year, I would like to thank you so much for all the work that you have done to really improve us as an entire company.
I'll meet you this way.
Our second person is going to be John Baggy. For those of you who don't know John, he's just a really funny person in general. And I mean that totally seriously. And he brought the class from here to here, just mentally. He brought us a lot of fun and a lot of smiles, so I can't wait to see what you do in the future, but come on, bring it up.
Let's hold the applause until the end, just a little, because I know that some of you want to get home. Thank goodness the Islanders are not playing tonight. So Raiders are?
Armand Bocci. It's crazy to think that I've literally spent every single day of the year with you so far, and knowing you in both football, lacrosse, and in school has really shown me all sides of you. And I just want to say thank you for keeping yourself to such a high standard and working as hard as you do and everything you got. So, Armand.
Our next guy was Tom Bass. Is Tom here tonight? No, Tom's not here tonight.
So we love him, but we're going to speed this along and we're going to go to the next person. Mr. and Mrs. Bass? Okay, go ahead.
Matt Blair. Matt Blair. A great person again. Amazing personality inside the class, and all of his input this year was taken into consideration, and thank you, Matt Blair. The next one we have is Alex Bogdani. Alex was a literal ATM for us in our trade shows. He dragged in about $120,000 in sales. The first trade show we had. And I would just like to thank Alex for all of his hard work throughout the entire year. So we got that.
All right, so one of you other shake his hand. And I'll hug everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Our next one's going to be Andrew Connolly. And this kid's work ethic is totally unmatched. Everything that he does is 110% every single time. And I just know his future is going to be so bright, and as long as he applies himself, he's got whatever he wants in his future.
Next person.
Kieran Davis is our next man, but all I know is he is a massive piece of the puzzle for 10-Fit. He controlled a lot of our accounting and way more. And being able to have him outside of school too in the lacrosse field, let's just say I would not want anyone else in goal. He had 24 saves in our game yesterday. Carter Ferguson is a unique kid, but all I know is he has all the passion, all the hard work to do whatever he wants, and I'm really excited to see what this kid has coming in from this year and next year. Come on, Carter. Noah Halley's up next, but I just gotta say that Noah, he's brought a lot of laughs the entire year, and he really stepped up this year compared to last year. So Noah, with your digital media work, couldn't have done that without you. Come on, Noah.
Okay, so next up is JD Harrison. Sometimes on the baseball field, JD gets confused. He swings the bat like he's chopping wood with an axe, flies in the whole plate, tackling and catching. But I guess we can blame that on his youth league coaches, both his dad and mine. Fortunately, he doesn't get confused in the classroom and did a great job working on our marketing plan. Even though JD was a first-year student, he performed like a vet, and I'm sure he will continue to be a leader in the future. JD Harrison.
The resume and interview competition, I looked at JD and I said, okay, you're controlling the room. So I handed him a microphone. He stood here and controlled the entire day. Made sure people were where they needed to be, when they needed to be there. If we ran into any issues or whatever as things come up, JD and the team thought on their feet, made adjustments. It was fantastic.
Okay, so next we have Dylan Hartman. Dylan's product design this year were absolutely amazing. Whenever we came up with any new ideas, Dylan would have concepts and designs made within a day. He worked hard throughout the year, and I'm confident that he'll find even more success at Boston University.
Ashna's not here, but let's give it up for Ashna. Angelo is a big piece of our accounting department. Again, he was
I already have.
head of accounting.
You're talking about him again? Love it.
Yeah, he's going again. He enjoys it. But seriously, he did an absolutely amazing job in our accounting department, and he's got something big going for him soon. So. Yeah.
All right, so next we have Jalen Lawrence. So Jalen, what I've learned throughout the year, is a really hard worker, but he's also just a really positive guy. Every time we walk into the room, he's smiling, and he always lets us smile on our faces. media, and he did a great job collaborating with his peers throughout the year. His communication skills improved throughout the year as well, and I really know that he will continue to shine at James Madison. Next we have Cruz Menendez. Cruz is a really hard worker as well. He was in the marketing department all year long, stayed on task, and always to work for us. He was always willing to help others and listen to ideas from his peers. Here he is. Next we have Alex Messerschmidt. I can say a lot. Sum it up, I'm really impressed. First year, doing all the work he did. He never shied away from sharing his great ideas with everyone. From day one, I was super impressed with your work ethic. He has a very bright future ahead, and I'm super excited to see what he can do next year and beyond.
So our next person is going to be Alexa Peterson. And being one of two girls in the class, she definitely had it rough. I'll say that for sure. But she is one of the two girls that I'd say trade shows were her thing. She worked day in, day out to make sure our trade shows ran as smooth as possible. And with her extremely unique personality and her smart, intelligent self, all I have to say is she's going to do very well for herself and whoever she crosses paths with in the future. So Alexa.
Okay, next we have Nate Sabina. Nate brought the energy every single morning. He knows it even now. He was always ready to go, with a smile on everyone's face when he spoke. Not only is he the next Gordon Ramsay, headed to ICE, he was able to produce great work that we used in competitions while always remaining positive.
He likes me more, that's all.
Alright, that's it from us.
So wait, what I do want to say before we move on. So what you see on the board right now are some of the awards and honors that 10th earned throughout the course of the year. So Tom Bass, who again not here, but yay Tom, he did the website, and in the regional competition, he won silver for his website for 10th. The 10th team won top 40 in the region of Long Island. There are over 120 firms on Long Island. All three of our firms earned top 40 in the Long Island region. So it's an incredible accomplishment. Our business plan team for 10th was Andrew Connolly, Angelo Campus, Dylan Hartman, Oliver Barrett, Jack Costello, and Nick Brescia. They did an amazing job. In addition, our digital media team made up of Dylan Hartman, Noah Halley, Mason Lockhart, Thomas Bass, Seth Aber, Aiden Newman, and Cole Pira. What'd I do? Oh, won national. They got honorable mention in the national, so that's over 1,000 firms. They got an honorable mention, so it's actually quite impressive. You know what? So, your OGs just requested an elevator pitch. So really quick. So what I No, who thinks they should be the CEOs?
No. I mean,
Let's get it done. It's already 8 o'clock. We have 2 more firms. And there's cake. So if you want cake, get the cake. Where are you going? Oh, okay.
Jack Costello, CFO at 10fit. So we are a Tencel-based clothing company, and we use this material that's derived from eucalyptus tree. and it's an environmentally safe product that we use to help combat the environmental issues that are heavily contributed by other clothing products that help hurt the earth. So we use that material in our clothing to help combat that.
All right, so there we go. JT just goes, do I sit down? When do we go? And I'm like, yeah, you went. Oliver, sorry, and Jack. Okay, so I'm gonna get there. I'm only like this. Okay. This is some of the work product that 10Fit did. Our promotions and sales and product line and all of that. Okay, so verbalize. So you were in 8th grade. I didn't even think you were in high school yet. And we had this event, when I first started doing this event, did this event in the North Cafeteria. And Mr. Nell was very close, is very close. The Nells are very close with his family. Joe Dowling, who's in the program, came because he wanted to see what it was all about, support Joe, and I met Hunter. And what a ball of energy. Just a ball of energy. He just wanted to talk. 9th grade, people kind of congregate 521. So Hunter found himself in 521 also. When he passed 521, I'd be like, hey Hunter! And then came into my business classes, and then came VE for Laborhood, and was a member of the Laborhood team. And this year is one of the CEOs for Verbalize. What a consummate CEO, quite honestly. He has leader in every single fiber of his being. He's kind, he's generous with time and spirit. He just wants everyone to do well. I'm blessed to have all of these kids in my life, but I know that, well, we'll always have a bond. We'll always have a bond. 5 years it's been, and yeah, it's been a long time. I'm very blessed, and I'm just going to say this before we start because I'm sorry. I'm very blessed. I know all about your kids' lives. I'm very lucky that I have the opportunities to know them for so many years. Good, bad, happy, not happy. They walk in the room, I can feel the energy. I know what's going on, and it's been one of my biggest blessings. But Hunter, you are truly a blessing for me. So thank you very much. Hunter. Tony Barola, a man who walks on his toes, always has a smile, is always ready to be a friend, is always ready to lend a hand. He and Hunter are absolutely best friends. They pick on each other like brothers. They feed off each other like siblings. And quite honestly, it has been an absolute pleasure having Tony in my world for the last few years. He was also in Laborhood. We were really a family in Laborhood. It was a really nice class. I didn't even win a thing. But it was a really nice class. But it was just, right, we had the best class, but we were a family. So, Tony, thank you very much for everything you've done this year. Come on up. All right. So Gavin Bermudez. We really do, don't we? I mean, don't we really? And I see, so Berm has just an infectious smile. Listen, they call me Stuber, I can call him Berm. He just has the most infectious smile and personality. And he is somebody that just wants to do well. He just wants to do right. He just is right. Like, everything about Gavin is just good. And I am so lucky to have had him for so many years in my world. This year, he was a begrudging CFO. He was not happy about being the CFO. But instead of looking at me and going, no, no, he went, and then we spent a few hours with Mr. Bermudez on the phone on a Friday night. So instead of Gavin going out, we spent 2 or 3 hours on a Friday night working through some of the questions he has. And yes, I was willing to work on a Friday night, but really the key to that is, so was he. And then he came in and he just wanted to be able to teach his team what they needed to do. So Gavin. Freddie Steenson. Can't call him Frederick, just like he doesn't call me Mrs. Stuber. Freddie Steenson. He just makes you smile every day. He is such a friend to everyone. Doesn't say a negative word about anyone. Is someone that wants to help everybody, wants to help everyone succeed. He's a competitor on the lacrosse field and off the lacrosse field. I've had the opportunity to know him for 3 years now in all of our different classes. I know we're going to know each other forever. Freddie, you're the best. Come on.
How are we all doing tonight? Verbalize was a great company. Myself and Tony were very lucky for the team that we got. Our team did amazing work, and it's shown through our numerous achievements that we earned. Everyone in our company played a huge role in our first ever international marketing competition. This is the first time he has ever won an international competition. That's the award.
You have to explain what it means.
So the international award is that we came in first place in over 1,000 firms. 1,000 firms compete in the competition, and Verbalize came first place internationally.
I've been doing this for 8 years. First time any of our teams ever came in first nationally. First time ever.
Now, we may have given Stuber a couple great hairs doing it, but we had a great year working together, and thank you, Stuber, for everything you've done for us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to just say something for our C-suite as well. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our Chief Financial Officer, who has sacrificed his sleep a lot of nights to ensure that our company's financials are on board. His hard work and dedication are truly admirable and have played a significant role in the success of our company. Despite the long hours, he always manages to brighten up our day with his positive attitude and great sense of humor. We are lucky to have him as part of our team, and we thank him for his tireless efforts. Gavin Bermudez, please come.
The CEO of our company worked tirelessly and consistently put in long hours to keep the success of our company alive. With a keen eye for detail and a deep understanding of the company's goals, he was always able to motivate and inspire employees to stay focused and on task. By setting a positive example and encouraging open communications, he served as a great role model for our company. Well, Freddie needs to please come on here.
So now we're going to start with our accounting department. One of the hardest working kids I've ever met, and he's always willing to take on something new every day. Phoenix Madrid. Also, sorry to put you on the spot, Phoenix.
No, he's not.
Elevator pitch.
Was
25%.
Dyslexia. Negative generation. My name is Christian Drake, and I'm excited to tell you about Verbalize. Verbalize is a tech company that specializes in assisting people with auditory processing issues such as dyslexia and macular degeneration. Our product, the Scarlet, is a pair of reading glasses that uses pupil tracking technology to scan text and read it back to the user via a speaker or Bluetooth earpiece. Over 30% of students suffer from auditory processing issues such as dyslexia. Unfortunately, the common factor between them all is they're pulled out of reading groups or they're excluded from class because of this. This has a very negative effect, and with Verbalize, we are providing comfort to them by providing eyes to hear and ears to see.
We are now introducing the girl who is silent but a hard worker and always completed tasks beautifully. Crystal, will you please come?
So I had the opportunity to meet Crystal for the first time this year. And Crystal has been to every single event that we've had in the school. She was at Unity Day. It was me, Crystal, and all the boys, as like my whole life. Every event that Crystal, every opportunity that Crystal's had, she's taken advantage of every single thing that's come up, and I'm very proud of you, Crystal.
For the biggest bust of the draft. I'm kidding. For the kid that always worked hard, always came in with a smile, did whatever he was told, and always did it to exceptional things. Will Crystalia please come up here? To the person that ran the toughest department. To the person that ran the toughest department. He always put in the long hours to get what he needs done. He can make anything look good, even lipstick on a pig. Well, he's not good.
Now, the best business card maker in the world and the most splendid worker, Nick Fazio.
Very splendid there.
All right, now Talia Churchman, biggest helper I've ever met. Whether it was before school, during school, or after school, she was always there to help anyone. The company would not be where it is today without her. Not only did she help Verbalize, she helped organize the 10th. She even helped organize this event today. Talia Churchman, please come.
The next employee is someone who always came to class and brightened up the room. He really knew how to make everyone laugh in class. Well, Sam Eunice, please come up here. The next kid always came into class working hard. He always put his head down and got what he always needed to get done. He put his best foot forward every single day and did everything that was always right. Will Rowan, please come up here.
All right, now we're on to our champs. All right, Mark. All right. First of all, all of our marketing, all people who participated in the marketing plan, come up. All right. Our head of marketing, the most approachable person who's always willing to help and give you a good laugh, Gabe Biker.
The person that is hardworking, caring person who always put others before herself. She has a strong sense of responsibility and she never hesitates to do anything. Her dedication and compassion for the company is what made her such a great person. Well, Lauren Pittsburgh.
Daniel Golden, yes. All right. There we go. Honestly, one of the best workers, but goes unseen sometimes by the rest of the company. But honestly, one of the best, funniest people I've ever met. And
About the marketing team, there were 3 people that stood up and actually presented. There are 5 people in the department. They worked all year together doing the marketing plan and actually marketing for Verbalize. So it's really important that they all understand that they were all part of this team who won. Congratulations.
To my fellow Quinnipiac friends, you always made the trade shows a blast with your amazing personality. Sienna. All right, thank you guys. That's Verbalize.
Before we go on to our final, listen, I got a couple of things. First, there's a lot of water and a huge cake. You need to eat some cake. Before we move on, I want to make sure that we announce the winners and the awards and honors that Verbalize won through this year. So for the national online competition, our branding department made up of Jean, Talia, Ingris, Nick, and JP won honorable mention nationally. Phoenix Madrid won top 25% for their elevator pitch. The business plan presentation team of Gabe, Sienna, Lauren, Hunter, and Tony also came in top 40 regionally on Long Island. And then at the Youth Business Summit trade show, Verbalize won gold in their sales pitch. So what that means is, we had our trade show booth, judges walk around, and you don't know who a judge is, and they say, "Hi, tell me about your company." And the Verbalize team, I want to say that was Hunter and Freddie, greeted all of the judges and earned gold throughout the Youth Business Summit for their sales pitch. And then the Verbalize team won silver in the booth design. I believe that had a lot to do with the team working together as a whole. This is the first time they're seeing that. John Lenine reworked some of the org charts, already had a little face up there, so, all right, so Artemis. That's what we do in class too. All right. So, where do I go first? I'm going to go in alphabetical order. Jason Kaiser. K-N. Yeah, alphabetical. Oh, no, because he's CEO. See, they're always. What happened? Okay. Jason Kaiser. There are so many things to say. Truthfully, there are so many things that I can say about every single student sitting here. But there are so many things to say about Jason. Last year, he was in Pulsar. Met him for the very first time. He had never taken a business class, never taken B, never at all ever took a business class before, chose to go into accounting. Went into accounting, he and John Addis developed their accounting team. Jason kept taking the lead in everything. Give him some cake. He's been sitting here so good. Like, give him some cake. A nice big corner. A lot of sugar before bed. It's fine. So let me go back one. I need to make sure that Jason gets his due. So took on the accounting in Pulsar. Went to do the business plan and was really nervous about presenting in front of for the business plan. Really nervous. And he practiced and practiced and practiced. And then called me and practiced some more, and videoed himself, and did such an amazing job, and it looked like he had been presenting for his entire life. This year he comes in as one of the CEOs of Artemis, And truthfully, the team of Colin and Jason were the dream team. He was able to work with every single one of the departments. He taught himself all of the departments to be able to lend a hand when anybody needed anything. I would call him up, Jason, hey, can you? The answer was always yes. Just an absolute professional in everything you do. I can't believe you might be going to Austria. It's not right. I don't know. I don't think you should go to another country. I'm sorry. I don't want to leave. You have to do that. But very seriously, thank you very much for all the work you've done. You've been an amazing everything. Otherwise known as Iceman. So Colin is truly the Iceman. Stands up. Last year in Bubbles, there was some exciting students in Bubbles, not gonna lie. We had some exciting times in Bubbles. Colin was able to stand up and present the business plan while people were throwing things, while people were like yelling in the background because they were trying to distract him to see how he could do during the business plan. And Colin just stayed focused the whole time. Then he would be getting feedback from one of our mentors, who, by the way, I need to mention, Jason Nell has mentored us every step of the way for years. Could not do anything of what we've done without him. But and then as they were presenting their business plan, when we were still COVID awful, we were live streaming, and the bell went off in the middle of his presentation. And then one of the judges left their phones on, so it kept dinging through the entire presentation. And instead of Colin getting flustered, by the way, I was totally flustered as I was watching it. I was sweating. I was like, I don't understand what's happening. He just kept going, and just kept going, and just did an amazing job. And now he's been able to guide his team through the trials and tribulations of VE, and has just done an amazing, amazing job through all of the years that I've known you. Clemson is lucky to have you. Colin Murphy. So Tyler Mesidurian. Years ago, I met Tyler. There's just so many things, like all the memories. You know when you say their names and then all the memories that you have with kids go flashing through your head? That's what's happening right now as I'm doing this. Tyler, I met him in 9th grade with Nick's team, with Nick's fantasy football, and has been just the business guy through all the years. Bubbles on the business plan presentation team with Colin, accounting, our CFO this year. Anything that you need done, Tyler will. Anything you need done, anything you need done, Tyler gets it done. He is absolutely a good friend, a good employee, a good teammate. Everything that you could possibly want in a person, Tyler is. Tell him his story. Caitlin Baracco. So, Caitlin started VE last year in Laborhood, part of the family. Last year, she was the only girl in the class. And Tony and Hunter, goodness. But she persevered, and she made it through. And the two of us absolutely were a team. And now this year, she's the COO. And she has been able to lead her company and the company with such a strong team. They won, they won top 40 for the business plan presentation team. Caitlin had, we said it today, Caitlin had her pulse in absolutely every single thing that went on in the company. All I would need to do is say, hey Caitlin, what's going on? And she would know exactly what was happening. Invaluable to me, to the team, to Artemis. Caitlin Baracco.
So I just want to say a little bit about Artemis. So Artemis, we were a great class this year. All of our employees did so much work this year. I think as a whole, honestly, I think we were the best class. Sorry.
Alright, keep going.
Before we say
People still
something
need
about
cake.
everybody, I just want to say thank you guys for everything that you guys did this year. And let's get right to it.
We're going to start introducing our employees. We're going to start with Derek Bonilla. Derek was a part of our marketing team that presented in the national round this year in New York City and also helped write a lot of our marketing plan. Derek pretty much did everything we asked of him this year. Derek, come on up. All right.
Just started. Who are you kidding?
So next up, Tom Carey. Tom was probably one of the best salesmen we have in the company. I mean, trade show, online, in person. The amount of money that Tom made, I would check in with Tom on trade shows, and like the money amount just kept growing. It was crazy. Definitely brought a lot of positivity to class. Tom is already up there. All right, next, Ethan Chandra. Ethan was a big part of our smallest department. Our HR department had only 3 people in it, but the work product they produced was unbelievable. Ethan was a big part of that in his first year at VE. He really stepped up. Also led our company meetings. Ethan, come on up. All right, next up, Liam Donnelly. So Liam was part of our marketing department. It was his first year at VE. A little quiet in the beginning, but I mean he was a big reason why that marketing team advanced in the national round. Liam also created that acronym, always ready to energize my inner self with Artemis. That was all Liam. All right, next up, Cole Gottesman. Yeah. So Cole was part of our HR department. In his first year at VE, Cole really came through. He stepped up right at the beginning of the year. Had a lot of energy, and when he was called upon to do something in that department, he would always get it done. Cole? All right, Jack Jenkins. Guys, I'm gonna be honest here for a second. If you guys really need someone to make a container for you, this guy right here. I mean, he really does a great job. He never took a day off. I mean, every time I came into class, it was always what he was working on. He brought some great energy to class, part of our digital media department, Jack Jenkins. Oh yeah, commercial too.
We're gonna show that after.
John Lenine. So John, when he first presented the idea of this company, I knew he was going to bring something special to this class. Really strong presenter, had a lot of dedication to the company. Also, Formula, shout out to Will Strama, John Lenine, you guys. And Derek.
And Derek.
Yep. Sorry, Derek. John was also part of the business plan presentation team and with our website, which is up there, but we had an award for that. That was all John. So John, come on up.
He was also our person for the elevator pitch. So
Oh yeah, John, you want to do that?
Let's go, John.
Yeah, John.
I know.
Let's go.
I got this for you. I got this for you.
Honorable mention for it.
Do you ever get back from school or work and find yourself at a lack of energy and motivation? Whether it's to work out or walk your dog, Artemis has what you need. Hi, I'm John Lenine, a digital media member of Artemis. Throughout my academic and athletic career, much to my parents' disapproval, I often rely on pre-workouts and energy drinks to keep myself active and productive. Similarly, who depends on coffee in the morning? Yeah. Now, people People get these dependencies, but despite all the negative effects it has on their body. Here at Artemis, we created 2 formulas so we can target everybody. Our formula is based on natural sugars and fibers found in apples. Pair that with caffeine and anhydrous, a healthier caffeine. That makes a more gradual energy curve. So you can take this when you come home from work if you have to walk your dog or you have to complete more tasks, or in the morning. Now, other athletes take pre-workouts. Those pre-workouts have many bad chemicals and all things in their formula. Our company does not put that in our formula. Now, organic supplements tend to be a bit more pricey. Artemis has worked hard to make the price smaller. I'm sorry, I haven't practiced this in a while.
So you're just gonna keep talking?
I'm just gonna keep talking. Our prices are competitive, and yeah, we love our company. So.
The next person I'd like to bring down is Ryan Lutgren. He was a big part of our accounting department this year. It was his first year in PE, and it took him a little while to get acclimated into the atmosphere of virtual enterprise. But as we got into it, he was a big help in the numbers aspect of our accounting department, and always brought a smile to the company. Paul, this is his first year in PE. As I call him, he's the silent killer. Paul, you could give him anything to do, anything you want him to, and he would do it perfectly, even if you didn't even tell him how to do it. All you had to do was give him a task, and he would do it literally to perfection, without expectations. You know, he was one of our first student of the months, and I refer to him as the student of the month for the rest of the year, actually. So yeah, Paul, come on down. Megan was a big part of our team this year. She was part of a lot of competitions and was our head of accounting. She had to compete against a lot of people for her accounting head job, but outcompeted everybody. She also competed in the business plan, which is a big part of DE itself, and did an amazing job. She stepped up to the challenge. You know, the first day that she came in here, she was a little bit nervous about presenting. By the end of it, she had it down, just like I did. Max Rosen. Max is not considered the head of HR, but every time the C-suite would have to talk to Ms. Stewart about anything, he would be called the HR head. He took charge of HR and really set the standards for HR in the company. Our HR department this year was so good that it will be a role model for people to come. Will Shrama. Will was also one of the co-founders of the company in his revolutionizing formula that they created. Will, I knew him a little bit before this, and he ended up becoming the head of marketing. He had to compete against a lot of people to get that job, and outcompeted everybody with his interview skills and his talking skills, which eventually translated to Jared. Me and Jared had a few conflicts this year. He knows it. But he has played a very important role in our class. When you hear Jared speak, you listen. His voice resonates. Sometimes what he says is not fully true, but he can talk. And that is great for the business plan, and that is why we selected him. Jan was a vital part of creating some of the ideas in the company and actually says what everybody wants to say.
you know that Jaron was in the Crucible?
Diana Lee. She was one of the hardest workers this year. From start to finish, she worked her bottom wall. By making the logo, creating Instagram posts, taking charge of digital media, and creating most of the designs for the company. She was probably the MVP of the class.
That's the second time.
I'm sorry, it's here, go this way. And then I'll go last.
This is better.
There we go, for the last person, we got it right.
Is Katie here?
No.
Marcus Sikorsky. Marcus was a part of the accounting team this year. He was the numbers guy. He would listen to Megan whenever she told him what to do, and would come to me if he needed help with any topics. He contributed mostly to the main accounting tasks, such as the balance sheet, profit and loss, and startup costs, etc. Thank you, Marcus, for being such a vital part of our team.
One second.
And just to conclude, we would like to talk about our fellow C-suite members here. I'm going to be talking about Caitlin Bracco. So Caitlin was part of the C-suite this year. She was a main part of the company and really floated around helping everyone in the company. Technically, her role was the COO. She helped with everything you could think of. At the competitions, employee evaluations, class department debates, and much more. She was a vital part of Artemis as a whole and brought smiles every day.
So now I'm going to introduce our CFO. Tyler always brings good energy to class and is a very positive person. Tyler always does whatever he's asked to do and is always willing to help. He helped our accounting and marketing departments and was a big part of our business plan presentation team. I know Tyler has a great future ahead of him and he will be remembered for his work in Beat.
Yes.
All right, so you guys don't mind, it's just a minute. We'll play the commercial. Yeah, I know you're
Oh goodness. I told you. Artemis, I have a lot of folders.
Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me? I remembered how to get there.
I am so proud of you. Alright, so wait. So while they're doing that, let me because it's I know it's super late and this ran really long, and I'm sorry for that. So senior parents, I sent my kids off to college this year. They're twins and they're freshmen. Congratulations for getting to this point. Congratulations for all of your years of hard work. You have raised amazing, amazing people. Thank you so much for sharing them with me for all of these years. This is a really bittersweet time for all of you because, quite honestly, at least for me, I was ready for my twins to go, I thought. And then they left, and I am so sad. You miss the noise, you miss the kids, you miss everything. And quite honestly, every year, I get to meet all these wonderful kids and then they move on. And I used to really, really cry, and I'm starting now because it's like the vibe, but the truth is, I have proof in the pudding that I never actually leave your lives. There's never a time that you're actually going to be able to get rid of me. I'm always, you can try. I know many have tried, I just never really go away. Subtle as a bull, right? all of you, to all my VE family. There are some of you that aren't going to come back next year into VE. John Addis is proof to the pudding that once you're in the VE family, you're never out of the VE family. Thank you very much for a year of really, really hard work. Thank you very much for years of community. Can't thank you all enough. Parents, listen, we have a really big cake. You're laughing. I'm
Hold
really
on.
serious.
Hold on. I want to say thank you. I know you saw.
Well, how lucky am I?
Extreme.
Thank you. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so listen, you're not allowed to leave without having some cake. Thank you very much, everybody. Wait, you know what I didn't do? Wait a minute. But they're still trying to get the commercial. I like you much. So, as they're struggling to get the commercial, every year, all right, VE people, shush. So every year I have a theme. There's a theme every single year. This theme, this year it was 99% of people fail because trying to teach them that. So 99% of people fail in their lives. Guys, we don't have to fight about it, and there don't need. This is what I do half my day. But 99% of people fail because they fail to follow through.
Why drink Artemis?
What's Artemis?
That's a great question. Artemis is an energy supplement company based on natural sugars and fibers found in apples. First is our Rush formula, which is for HIIT athletes, which gives a significant boost throughout their workout. Our Smooth formula is for everyday people, for simple boost of energy for everyday tasks.
Remember to energize your inner self with Artemis.
Anyone make a pre-workout container for them? You know the guy, right?
So thank you everybody for my things one. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for sharing your wonderful gifts with me. Please have some cake.